All right, we're back and we're moving on to the second one. All right,
We're gonna call this Diddy.
or or did he not?
You know why? Because we're talking about Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Punk Daddy, whatever you want to call him. His name is Sean Combs. Sean Combs.
And we're not calling him out.
We're just talking.
We're just talking.
And to tell you the truth, Sean Combs has been in a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
Throughout his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
From starting as a street guy for, putting up posters everywhere to endearing himself into the music industry and working with different people. And then, magically you hit with Biggie and magically, I'm saying, Bad Boy becomes a record label, and then you've got to deal with Arista, and you've got to deal with this person, that person.
Right, but let me be honest, man. Mm-hmm. That title, Bad Boy, that doesn't sound badass. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't sound badass. That doesn't sound tough. That doesn't sound cool. That sounds bad boy.
Yeah.
You're a bad. You're a bad boy.
Yeah, yeah. And we all know where we're going with that.
You've been a bad boy.
You've been a bad boy. And you got to think about it. Dave Chappelle even made fun of him. he clicked together two bottles, and he was making fun of him. He said, breast milk. If you don't know why, that's because Diddy was making the band, and he was making those people do outrageous stuff. Just flat out stupid shit. Like, he had them walk to Harlem to get him some cheesecake or something stupid like that. And and Dave Chappelle in the skit made them walk. Are
you going to get this one?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'll get that. I'm going to finish this. Right. And then Dave Chappelle made him walk somewhere to get breast milk from a Cambodian woman.
Well, yeah, that was the joke.
That was the joke. So it was just a play on it. But honestly, when you think about it, it's a simple situation of understanding that this guy will go to any extent to humiliate you, but then at the same time say that he's teaching you. I'm sorry. If I'm trying to teach somebody something about the music industry, them walking to fucking, a whole nother city to get me some fucking cheesecake and then bring it back and me expecting it to still be cold and edible at that time makes absolutely no sense. But let's get to the topic at hand. So Diddy was in the news for...
Well, hold on. We were talking about Tupac and how I met
and Biggie.
How I talked to somebody at my work, and how his opinion was that Puff Daddy, Diddy, whatever, his opinion was that he had both of them assassinated. Because after they were, then he blew up, right?
Yep.
And I talked to that person, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense, because he brought out all these valid points, and when it was a long thing, even my coworkers were like, hey man, what the fuck, are you gonna get to work or what?
And sometimes those conversations will drag you into like a long drawn out thing.
Yeah, because that was my response. I was like, well, the customer's talking to me, what am I supposed to say? No, I'm not gonna respond.
Yeah, like you can't cut people off, because that's part of customer service. You have to listen to what they have to say.
All right.
And I could get into it because type of job I do.
We both in customer service.
Yeah, we're both in service. So I could be on the phone with somebody and they bring that up, and then it sparks my interest. The next thing you know, me supposedly having a 4-minute conversation turns to 25.
25, 30, 40.
Why? Because somebody piqued my interest with something they said.
Either something stupid they said or something intellectual.
Exactly. So, at the end of the day, was it a situation where we had Diddy and Tupac and Biggie all in the same section when we knew ahead of time Tupac and Biggie were friends? They were cool.
Oh.
But now you bring it back and you realize
homeboy was jealous.
He was jealous of that relationship. And if you think about it, when you ever hear somebody make a top 5 list of rappers, who's always in it? Tupac and Biggie.
Hold on. Here's a better one. Who's not in it?
Exactly. The two people you will always hear are Tupac and Biggie.
But you won't hear
Yeah, you won't hear Little Nas X.
Diddy.
You won't hear fucking Diddy. You won't hear any of those people. Like you got to think about it like this. Some people are great at producing. Some people are great at being record executives.
Yes.
And some people are great at being artists. Diddy is not a great artist.
Some people are
He's
great
better at coasting off of others' accomplishments. Because if you notice, 90% of the raps that he had, they were written for him, people.
Hold on, say that again. So, and just in case they didn't hear you, man.
90% of the raps that he had were written for him.
And we're talking about Puff Daddy, right?
Yes. Okay. Whether it be by Biggie, whether it be by Mace, whether it be by Lil C's from Junior Mafia. There's so many people that have written for him, and there's so many songs that he sampled that he's basically made a living off of others.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm going to let this out right now because this is a platform. I was pissed. I was pissed when he sampled off Led Zeppelin's jam for that Godzilla soundtrack.
He did? I didn't hear this.
That was Led Zeppelin, man.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, see, he sampled everybody. So,
now,
if you guys remember,
Zeppelin was okay with it.
Every step you take.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Sting,
move you
the Police.
make. He sampled that to do an ode to the guy that he possibly had taken out. I'll be watching you.
I'll be watching you. What is he going to be watching?
Yeah. So, recently Diddy was in the news for some very unsavory types of situations.
This is what we were talking about.
And this is what we were talking about. So, Diddy was in the news because he had a previous female artist named Cassie. Everybody knows who Cassie is. Cassie actually was a model, but then she started off going into music. Why? Because she could sing a little bit. She wasn't overly fantastic, but, you know, when you're young, you're attractive, but you can sing. There's a way to make they make a way for you in the music industry somehow, some way. So Cassie had a couple of songs, but she came out. She said some very, very strong things about him. And if you remember, there was a certain rapper named Exhibit, and he had a career.
Yeah.
That was budding, that was great, that was exploding. But then he came out and he said he went to one of those Hollywood parties. You know, those parties that not everybody gets invited to. But they invite you to those parties to see if you're with the bullshit that they're with and you're on the level that they're on and you do the weird shit that they do. And he said he opened the door. He saw Diddy doing some things. He did some things. And it wasn't necessarily things that you would normally be okay with.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's hold it right
there.
Hold on.
Some people, not everybody.
Everything you just said, for whatever reason, I'm not surprised.
No.
I'm not surprised.
Not at all.
You know? It's not hitting me like, oh, shit, really? What? No. I'm actually like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It fits the personality. So, Exhibit's career magically just disappeared, and he went into acting. Then Exhibit gets Pimp My Ride. And he only gets Pimp My Ride because he was already getting his stuff done at West Coast Customs. They thought of the show. Boom, they make it. Yada, yada, blah, blah. Moving on. At the end of the day, Diddy has all these things come out of him about Cassie. She's talking about a lot of negative things. Talking about rape. Talking about all kinds of things that he made her do. Talking about physical abuse. Everything. So she's basically tarnishing his image. But randomly, after all these things come out, what happens, Lord BAMF?
Well, he settled right away outside of court.
And when you settle, what does that go ahead and promote to the world?
What does that tell you, world? World, if you're listening, 15, 10 people, 5, 1. What does that tell you?
Guilt. That tells you guilt. Exact guilt. It says, hey, this is not something I want let out to the world, I have to be very careful. I have to be smart. I am going to make sure this person gets as much money as they possibly can so they can shut up and stop tarnishing my image. Well, that's what that says to me, at least anyway.
For me, it's
another
like
Santan Juicy Jack getting cracked.
There we go. Yeah.
Did you hear guys, that? Oh, the man. Pop is flat out amazing. As a matter of fact, let's go a little sidebar and tell us about the.
No. It's been on hold. It's on hold.
It's on hold.
It's on hold.
It's on hold.
It's on hold. Okay. I didn't know I could put it on hold. But they said I could put it on hold, so it's on hold.
You talk to me about that after the show.
We'll move on. Move
on. But still, Diddy, we already first
hold
of all,
we got another one. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that pop is just sensational.
Yeah, popping for everyone. What's popping?
It's very look, shout out Jack Harlow. At the end of the day, period, point blank, when you look at Diddy, you wonder and you question a lot of different things. If you don't, do me a favor, look up Fabulous and Jada Kiss on Drink Champs and watch Diddy crash the interview. Lord BAMF is actually very popular right now. So
I got Lady M.
He's getting a lot of sex messages.
All right. No, I was gonna say something though. What was it? What was that last stop before the Santan Juicy Jack popping? Oh my God. All right.
See that? That's what happens when you're wanted. And I'm not talking about wanted like the old West. The old West. I'm talking about wanted like she wants your nuts.
And if you're listening, and I know you're listening, it's all yours. No. All right. Dang, I completely skipped it. What the hell were we talking about?
We're still talking about Diddy, man, and his bullshit.
So, to me, here's the thing. Obviously he's guilty.
100%.
You don't. How many people settle out of court at the snap of a finger?
No one. And I'll give you a perfect example. Michael Jackson. A lot of people malign him and swear up and down he did it. Let me explain something to you. If you did it, you don't fight it. You settle out of court because you don't want your image tarnished. You think about it. You're like, you know what? How much is it going to cost me to pay these lawyers to fight? Excuse me. Versus me saying, all right, cool. I'm just going to settle out of court. It's going to cost me a lot less. Here's some money. You sign this deal. That means you don't say anything else about me. You get your money. You leave me alone. Shut up. Boom. That's what Diddy did. So you have to think about it. There's been too many moments in his career where people have caught him doing certain things, saying certain things that lead people to believe that he is something other than what he is. Once again, Lord BAMF gets a sex message, he is going apeshit insane. Now, me, I am married, so the only sex messages come from my wife, and I'm okay with that. But him, he is single. Ladies, if you're out there, Lord BAMF is ready and waiting to Lord BAMF that ass.
No comment. That was a joke, Lady M. If you're listening,
that was 100% joke.
All right, but
that was the alcohol. That was the Juicy Jack, man. Santan Brewery.
That's why she's cool, because she can take a joke like that. Anyway, Michael. Here's one thing we were talking about. Would you go through the whole freaking whatever it's called, shakedown or third degree, whatever? No, you're not gonna go through it. Just like this, you pay the hush money, you shut them up, and you move on.
It's the easiest thing.
But why is it? Because it's true. Some shit happened, and now you know what? I don't want. Maybe he doesn't have a career anymore. Does he have a career?
Oh yeah.
He still has a career? All right. So maybe his career and his image and whatnot, right?
Yep.
But his pockets. His pockets.
Say it again.
His pockets.
Pockets.
What's in your pockets? Most of us, we have nothing in our pockets.
And we ain't talking about Capital One, people.
We no. All right. So he's gonna protect that, right? Well, how does he protect it? He pays this money. He shuts her up. He gives her what he wants. Disappear. So this doesn't damage my pockets.
Yep. And now what you have to remember, people, is there's a statute of limitation even on gag orders. It may not take you that long. It may take that gag order may only be in effect for a certain amount of time. And somebody could come and say, hey, we want to interview you about this, and that person could start talking. So though you paid for that gag order, unless you paid for it for a lifetime, they can still go out there and tarnish your legacy. And the one thing as a male in the industry you don't want tarnished is your legacy, and you definitely don't want rape or, any type of negative publicity on your record.
Well, that, and you can imagine, I'm pretty sure, is he married, Puff Daddy?
No.
He's not married?
No.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure if there's anyone there, they're going to be...
Yeah, they're going to question that.
What the hell happened, What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You get yourself in hot water with the people that you're actually with at the time, because now they're questioning what you're doing and what your motives are. So the one thing you have to understand about the music industry is there is a lot of craziness that goes on.
Oh my God.
It's beyond imaginable. So you'll hear
forget about it, man.
You'll hear the wild stories of, hey, if you play this record backwards, it says this, it says that.
And there's some.
There's some. But what I can tell you is some of the stuff they're talking about real? Yeah. Yeah. It truthfully does happen. And you got to be really mindful of it, because what happens is people will automatically tell you what it is. But we've got everything that we need to understand exactly what's going on with Diddy. And the fact that he's out there doing some random, disgusting crap. Lord BAMF, take it away.
Or, if he did it and he's hiding it and it's in the closet and he doesn't want anyone to hear about it or know about it or whatever anything about it, well, it's out. It's out. He hushed it because whatever happened, it was settled outside of court immediately. Whoever this lady is, I think that's pretty weak, because she could have done whatever it takes. But then again, maybe that's all she was after, just the money, which is why she settled. And it was over with quick,
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't think it was a situation where she just did this for the money, because all of this stuff happened years and years and years ago. So it's like, if you're doing it for the money, you do it in the moment. You never wait. You don't wait on time to pass and then you think about it and go, oh, I should actually go ahead and do this or that. You have dealt with a lot of trauma. You've become, a introverted person. You're afraid. You're worried. People like Diddy will scare you, because you have to understand something. People with money can pay someone to do some things that you don't necessarily want done to you. It's not hard. Money make the world go round. It's been that way from day one. So while some people don't like that, some people don't think that that's the case, it does. Money makes the world go round. And I'll tell you right now, someone who's out there looking to do bad things and they don't lose any sleep over it, any amount of money is going to make them itch, and it's going to make them jump to do whatever they are told.
Well, not only that, they should know it's never going to satisfy either.
Yeah, and that hunger, that insatiable rage,
evil
is never quenched.
Just so you guys think it is. If you guys don't know, it's never going to satisfy. It's never going to satisfy.
It's not going to stop. If some people are like that, man, and it's horrible that they are, but there's some people out there,
pathetic, man.
They just want chaos. And Diddy is one of those dudes, man. I'm sorry, I have to say it.
Say it unapologetically.
He is a chaotic person, and if you don't believe me, talk to the artists that have been on his label and talk to the people that have been around him, and you see the things. He did an interview with Kevin Hart where he literally said him and Usher used to wake up in the bed next to each other.
Oh, what? Bruh. That's the first time I hear that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, wait. Say that again. What?
Him and Usher. I'm talking about Usher. For the people in the South, Usher. They used to wake up in the bed next to each other. If you remember something,
as like crashing out, we had too many drinks.
Nah, bro, I'm talking about wake up in the bed next to each other like whole grown ass men sleeping. No,
fully naked.
No, but I don't know about all that.
Connected.
They were in the bed.
Oh my god!
I can tell you right now, me and Lord Bradford cool. I ain't waking up next to this cat unless we wind up drunk and pass the fuck out.
We're fam, but
we ain't that fam.
It ain't happening. You know, we're gonna find a spot in a corner somewhere apart and curled up.
He's alluding to a reality, but we're not gonna get into that. But at the end of the day,
I never heard that, man. That's wild.
Diddy himself has been caught in so many lies, and you've seen him do so many things that exemplify the fact that he's probably bisexual. And it is what it is. Like people, if you want to live your life, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. But at the end of the day, don't hide in plain sight think we don't see what the fuck you
don't hide and don't destroy other people's careers, or don't hold anyone back because of it, or don't pay anybody because of it, or whatever, man.
Yeah, we know what the fuck is going on. Just be 100% with yourself. Like, he calls himself, he actually has gave himself the moniker of
self-proclaimed.
No, he's self-proclaimed love. Now everything is love. He's love. And everything he does is about love and positive energy and all this other shit. At the end of the day, bro,
that shit sounds gay as fuck, man.
If he can make money off of you in any way, shape, or form, he will sell you to the highest bidder, make his money, and move on with his life and not think twice about you.
Love. I never heard that shit, man. Here you go, folks. Lord BAMF, love.
Look, man. And look, unapologetically, Deon, love. Like, what the fuck, man? At the end of the day, bro, I got love for my people, the people that I normally fuck with on a regular basis. But I'm not about to call myself such because I exemplify who I am as a human being. And not every single thing about me is going to exemplify love. It's going to exemplify a different part of who I am. And when I go ahead and exude that to the world, I want people to know that I'm a real human being. Because the one thing that I can tell you is you cannot be happy-go-lucky all the fucking time.
No.
You have moments where you don't have a great moment. I'll give you a perfect example. You know who people think is happy all the time? DJ Khaled.
Why?
You know what DJ Khaled? Because that's what he exudes constantly.
No.
DJ Khaled was on what's the show called? Damn it. Give me the show with the dude that does the hot wings and shit.
Hot wings.
Fuck. Hot Ones. It's called Hot Ones. Literally, that's what it is. It's called Hot Ones.
Yeah. Where they eat the hot wings.
Where they eat the hot wings and shit.
They're going from one.
So DJ Khaled quit midway through. He's like, I quit, but I ain't quit on my fans. I just stopped. Like whatever. Anyway, at the end of the day, he quit. He couldn't take the heat. It was what it was. But I'll give you a nugget. If you look on Instagram, DJ Khaled is there while his wife is doing a workout, and he's filming her with his phone, and he's trying to encourage her. But his wife snaps on him. What? And she looks and she goes, I don't need all that fucking encouragement. Like all that bullshit you're doing right now, just shut the fuck up and let me do my workout.
Okay, yeah.
That tells you that his wife is a normal, average, everyday human being that married a person who wound up becoming very big, but she doesn't like all that. Like all the extra shit, leave me the fuck alone, bro. Let me do my damn workout in peace. Yeah, I don't need you to put me on film and put me out to your followers. Like, shut the fuck up and leave me alone with all that shit.
Yeah, you can encourage somebody, but then
it can be annoying.
It will reach a point like, hey, what the hell?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's like, hey, do me a favor. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's true.
But Diddy paid her off, and when you pay somebody off, that exemplifies guilt. At the end of the day, nobody can dispute that. If I am innocent, I will fight to the death of me.
That's the
to
point.
To show you I am innocent.
That's exactly the point.
I'm not paying you shit. I'd rather pay this lawyer $15,000 an hour than for me to give you any dime of my money because I know I didn't do anything. But if I know that I've done something, but if I know it's going to tarnish my career and it's going to mess with my money, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a big chunk of my money. I'm going to give it to you to shut the hell up.
Shut up.
And I'm going to move on.
Maybe. She could come back with something else. Like, hey, well, you know what?
It depends on how big the settlement was.
Or how many more come out.
Because it's not like people
girls
like this
and
don't wind up being exploited. You literally have. I'll give you another nugget. You literally have the trans community out here exposing a lot of these people for being on the other side of the fence and just not confirming it. They're out there.
P. Diddy, are you on the other side of the fence?
Bobby Valentino.
Slow
down.
What's his real name?
You don't want to turn around.
Sean whatever.
Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. That shit sounds gay by itself, man.
Sean Carter? We know who Sean Carter
is. Him.
Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z. We've heard a few stories about you hanging out with, y'all remember Larry Johnson, the basketball player? He used to play a character on TV. He played for the Charlotte Hornets, but on TV, when he was doing the shoot deal, he played a character called Grandmama. Y'all remember Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx started on In Living Color. Y'all remember he played
In Living Color.
You can do what you wanna do in Living Color. Y'all remember J-Lo? Okay. J-Lo was a dancer. She was a fly girl.
I heard she's giving, what's that one actor? Fucking Batman.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. I heard she's giving him a hard time. And
bro. She opened a wine. This woman opened I don't care what nobody said. This woman opened a wine company with a dude who's a recovering alcoholic. Why would you open a wine company when you know that this man is struggling with alcoholism?
Alcoholism, wow. I don't care about your ass. We're going to open up a fucking wine cellar and you're going to be standing taking pictures.
Okay. That's not okay. Period. Point blank. It's not okay. But at the end of the day, we've heard tales of Mr. Carter hanging out with Grandmama and Wanda from the aforementioned Foxy Brown. She was a rapper. Foxy Brown said that Jay-Z has been messing with her since she was 16 years old. And he was a grown man. That's rape. I'm just saying. That's
some shit.
That come out about certain people. I mean, hey, there's even a young man that says he was best friends with Will Smith. Says he walked in on Dwayne Martin, a.k.a. the star of Above the Rim, going to Pound Town on Mr. Smith.
What?
Like knocking him down like nobody's business. And that's, you know. And everybody says, oh, well, they don't respond. It's not real. Nah, it's real.
Well, how much of this is real? How much of this is made up? How much of this is Diddy or Diddy not?
Is it a fallacy or is it a farce?
What is it?
What is it? We don't know. But
here's what it is.
It opens the door for speculation.
Yeah. Like we said, like you've said, do your research. Educate yourself.
Look at the facts.
Look at facts. Don't listen to anyone who's trying to brainwash you into not. Or do. Do or do not. There is only two. That's my Yoda.
Exactly. That was his Yoda. At the end of the day, man, we've given y'all some things to think about and some things to research.
Yeah.
And when you research it, you're going to come to the same conclusion that we came to.
If it matters to you.
If it matters to you. If it doesn't matter to you, still research it.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's going to take a little bit of your time, but you're going to look and go, wait a minute.
What's going on here?
What is going on here? And why is Mr. Combs always in the news for something?
Indubitably.
It's very confusing how he's always talking about take that. Take what?
What does that mean?
Take what?
Take that.
Take what?
Who was he talking to?
Who was he talking to? Who was he talking about?
Is it a female? Is it a male?
No,
take that.
Is it anything that he would like?
There was one story I've heard where he was getting a blowjob from a male celebrity or a musician.
What about the bathroom?
And then someone else walked in and it was like, hey, well, this is how it is. You gotta fucking do these things you want to get paid. You want to move up.
Mm-hmm. There is a door.
And I believe it because
beyond the door.
I believe it because
beyond that door.
Well, yeah, there's so many doors that eventually. I mean, how many fucking?
You've heard Rick Ross say, "Skull and bones till I'm died, a brother well paid." How do you get in Skull and Bones? You don't believe me? Go ahead and type in.
Look it up
in your YouTube browser. Type in Skull and Bones Family Guy. That'll tell you all you need to know, people. It will open the door. Old Man Herbert? Now, we return to the Little League World Series. Jackpot! What does that tell you? This is the only show on national television that will show you every part of the world and has still not been canceled. It is confusing. How is it that there's an old man that's a pedophile on national television and the show hasn't been canceled? Why is that?
Money. It's sad. It's true.
Money makes the world
Here's the
go
thing.
round.
There's a lot of artists that know about all this shit, and they can't speak on it because they'll lose their careers or whatever the fuck.
There have been gag orders that they have signed, or they have been spoken to and told, don't open the door because if you do, we'll destroy your career and possibly you. Yes. Corey Feldman.
But they release it through animation, music, and anything else. Yeah, The Simpsons, they will
show you. The Simpsons show you everything.
They tell us, but we're like right there, just duh.
Yeah, you think the show is funny, but they're telling you some real shit.
They're letting you know why, because they're powerful. I mean, how long have they been around?
Yeah, The Simpsons have been on TV. The Simpsons literally was the first show that I watched where Bart ditched school, and you know what I did? Like a dumbass, I ditched school.
Oh,
and I kid you not.
Well, we all wanted to be Bart.
We all wanted to be Bart. We wanted to tell somebody to eat my shorts.
We
wanted to tell somebody, we wanted to tell our principal to fuck off. Stuff like that. Yeah. And I kid you not. So I'll give y'all a little side story.
We all wanted to say "ay caramba."
Exactly.
Even though it sounded fake.
So I go. That is the sound.
Santan Valley.
Juicy Jack.
Coming soon, the podcast.
Exactly.
All right, moving on.
So, I go ahead. Me and my friends see this episode. We all go to school the next day. What's the first thing we say? All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and ditch next day. So, we get there. We get to school. Everybody chickens out except for me. They're like, nah, man, we're going to actually go to school. We weren't really going to do it. I'm like, this is bullshit. Thought you guys were really going to fucking ditch with me, man. What kind of shit is this? So I ditch. But like a dumbass, I go home.
Wait, how old were you when you ditched?
I said it was in about 3rd or 4th grade, maybe.
What's that? Like 8?
8, 9, somewhere around. I don't know.
8 or 9. There you go.
So I'm young as fuck when I ditch. But because of the way I was brought up, you got to remember, I'm black, brought up in a black household. You do certain shit.
And where at?
L.A.
Where?
Born and raised, Los Angeles, California. So.
What area, though?
Oh, man, I'm in South Central all day.
South Central,
you know
biatch.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, I ditch, take my ass to the arcade. I had a couple, had
back when arcades were
back when arcades were the shit,
dude.
So
they were the shit. Dude.
I go into the arcade. I'm playing my games. I'm using my quarters up. I use my quarters up. I'm like, fuck it. All right, I'm gonna go home. Mom's ain't there. She at work. Cool. But like a dumbass, I go home and clean my fucking room because I know typically that's what my mom tells me to do. So instead, I should have left my room dirty. But no, I cleaned the motherfucker.
I see.
Then I take my ass back to the school just in time for my mom to pick me up and walk me home.
What?
The mom says, "How was school?" School was great. It was. Okay. So we're walking home. We get into the house. But I don't notice anything. I'm not paying close enough attention to wondering if anything is wrong. Mom says, "School was great, huh?" "Yeah, school was great." "And why did I get a call from your teacher saying you never showed up for class?"
Damn.
At that moment, that's when I realized shit hit the fan. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, I don't know why she would tell you that. Like, I was in class the whole day. Like, I was at school. You can ask my friends. You can ask my friends' moms. Like,
hell yeah, because teachers are liars.
Like, I'm lying my ass off, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get away with it. First of all, I'm the baby, so I figure I can get away with just about anything. So my mom says, "Your ass wasn't in school." So my mom says, "Your ass wasn't in school. You ditched your little shit." And I said, "Nah, Mom." And she says, "Okay."
This is elementary?
Elementary.
See, so that's why I accepted you as my brother, man.
So when she walks into her room very calmly, very quietly, and she returns with the thing that we as 80s babies understand is the worst thing you can see in a parent's hand.
Excuse me.
Exactly. It was the belt.
Oh.
I knew my ass was grass.
Was it a full leather belt?
Oh, full leather. Full leather. And I was like, son of a bitch. This is a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't have anywhere to fucking run. And though I'm quick, she's going to catch me. Yeah. I'm not going to make that damn door before she gets off in my ass.
All up in that ass.
And sure enough, she whooped the shit out of me. She snatched my fucking Nintendo. I even had the pad that you could run track on. So I used to annoy the shit out of neighbors that lived under us because we lived on the third floor.
The power pad?
The power pad.
Yeah.
All my shit, man, I didn't have a fucking TV in my living room for 2 weeks. I was fucked. And I go to school the next day and I'm sitting down gingerly. God. Oh, okay. All right, we're in there. And my boys looked at me and said, "You got whooped, didn't you?" I'm like, shut up. I don't like none of y'all. Y'all some busters. Y'all should have been getting your ass whooped with me. Y'all supposed to ditch with me, and none of you ditched. Y'all some fucking worthless assholes. I don't like any of you. I'm not friends with you. I'll play with you at recess, though. Leave me alone. It taught me a hard lesson. Can't go out there solo dolo. If you really got your boys with you, your boys got to fuck with you regardless.
Raina, shut up.
And that right there signals the end of our show.
Yeah. That was it.
Let you know, hey, at the end of the day,
Did he
got his ass whooped by paying that cash?
Oh, dude, because they didn't even announce how much it was, right?
No,
it was just closed. Like it was disclosed. Unless we gotta Google it, like how much.
Let me see.
Yeah, let's. We're gonna Google it real quick. Like how much money, if it's out there. I doubt it. It's out. It's released. Let's see. We got the dogs barking. Oh, Ray the Englishman, and then Raina the savage ghetto girl. Mm-hmm. Even though when it comes down to it, she's a chicken shit.
Yeah, she acts like a bitch, but she's not.
Yeah, for real. All right, so how do we look this up?
Let's see. Diddy settlement.
What was the settlement price?
Diddy settlement with cash.
It doesn't say. Oh, yeah, 30 million? Woo! 30 million.
I wish I was Cassie for the moment just to get the 30 million.
Cassie. Oh man, I hope you're listening to my show. I know it's
Lord
a small
BAMF
one.
will treat you right. He will love you. He will hold on to you. You will never have to worry about anything. I'm telling you, Lord BAMF will treat you correctly. I ain't gonna mess with you because you're not my type, and at the same time, I'm married.
He's married. I'm single. You can donate.
Lord BAMF,
I'll appreciate any donations.
Anything. $5, $20, $100,000.
$30 million. All I need is $1 million, and I'll be all right.
Look, and for that $1 million, Lord BAMF will take care of you for the rest of your day.
30 million. Puff Daddy, if you're out there listening, man.
Use a Mark trick.
You are. And you gotta face it. Don't get mad. Don't hate.
Don't be upset.
Don't try to like.
You paid $30 million because you knew you did what you did.
Yeah, exactly. Don't try to take people down and hold them down and all that. Dude, just face it. You fucked up. You did what you wanted to do. That's the price to pay for what you want to do. 30 million. And there's more to come, maybe.
You gotta think about that really quick. As we ended, 30 million for some ass. That's
30
a lot of money.
million.
That's a lot of
30 million. Oh my God.
30 million for some cakes? Jesus.
To be honest, it ain't worth it. We're out.
We're out.